Intro: there are routine European nights and then there are Arsenal European nights, those charming little excursions where we rock up in some continental stadium, ruin the locals' week and stroll off humming the Champions League anthem like it's background music in Tesco. 6 wins out of 6? Job basically done. Inter and Kairat can start trembling already. Club Bruges arrived with all the enthusiasm of a team that's been dumping managers like tea bags and clinging to one home stat as a talisman, strong at home in Europe. Yes. Well. About that. New look lineup, same old disrespect for Belgium. Mikel Arteta, never one to keep fans calm, changed half the team again, not out of generosity but necessity. With defenders dropping like flies, timber joining the wrong kind of timber pile. Christian Norgard got yanked back into defense. Somewhere Thomas Partey probably felt a disturbance in the force. Still, the early signs were promising, Odegaard stroking the ball like he was auditioning for a piano recital. Hincapie testing the post's structural integrity and Gyökeres nodding wide because he's morally obligated to miss one before he scores. Bruges? Mainly spectators. Expensive ones. Madueke magic. The man has had his Weetabix, then Noni Madueke decided gravity. Physics and Belgian defenders were mere suggestions. One touch inside the Bruges half, 2 shrugs to remove clinging challenges. And, bang, a left-footed laser into the top corner from 25 yards. A goal so outrageous it should come with a Belgian health warning. Cue the immediate UEFA notification, Noni Madueke has submitted his application for permanent residency in the top corner. Bruges briefly remembered they were supposed to be participating and forced David Raya into a few saves, including one that nearly required Vatican recognition. But Arsenal were still the ones dictating the mood. 2 minutes after half-time, Madueke again, the greedy king. The second half arrived and blink and you'd miss it. Martin Zubimendi, playing like a man who's just discovered cheat codes, whipped in a ridiculous cross to the far post, bypassing everyone including the keeper. Madueke was waiting. 1 yard out. Empty net. Don't mind if I do. Is it still a tap-in if the build-up was Michelin-starred? Absolutely. Martinelli demands equal billing and does so violently not to be overshadowed. Gabriel Martinelli produced something museum-worthy. Picked it up on the left touchline, glided inside, carved Bruges open like a Christmas goose, and detonated a right-footed rocket into the opposite top corner. 5 consecutive Champions League games with a goal. Arsenal history made. Belgium traumatized. Jesus returns, the bar trembles and a 16-year-old makes his bow just when the away end couldn't get any louder. Gabriel Jesus trotted on for his first competitive kick in 332 days. He almost scored, by absolutely obliterating the crossbar. Had it gone in, UEFA might have had to rename the competition. And then, Marli Salmon, 16 years and 103 days old, made his Arsenal debut. 4th youngest in our history. The future looks so bright you need welding goggles. Bruges try their best. Arsenal pat them on the head. Raya was called on a few times late on, even on a European cruise you need a keeper awake, but the result never looked in doubt. We finish the night, top of the group, 6 wins from 6. A top 8 finish all but sealed, and opposition fans wondering why English teenagers are built in laboratories now. Facts, stats and further torture for our rivals, only the 4th English club to start a Champions League campaign with 6 straight wins. 10 straight group stage wins in Europe, because why take small strides when you can take running leaps? No team has scored more goals from outside the box in Europe since last season. Arteta ball is basically a long-range missile program. Martinelli, first gunner ever to score in 5 consecutive European Cup UCL matches. Madueke, his first 3 Arsenal goals have all come in Europe. Zubimendi, 2 assists in a game for the first time in his 256-match career. Marli Salmon, second youngest Englishman to appear in the Champions League. Remember the name? Football heritage? Don't know her. What's next? Back to the Premier League, Wolves await on Saturday, presumably hoping we've tired ourselves out. 2 European games remain, Inter away and Kairat at home, more formalities before we start bullying people in the knockouts. If North London feels a bit chilly tonight, it's because Arsenal have just frozen the entire continent. Again. Closing, 6 wins from 6, swagger restored, and a squad blending experience with exciting youth. Keep your scarves ready and your voices loud, the night belonged to Arsenal. And the season keeps getting brighter.